Government leaders have abandoned the capital and are now hiding in exile. Information out of occupied Athens has been sporadic, but Soviet forces are indeed in control of the capital as well as much of the outlying territories in Greece. In the city, fighting among Allied and Soviet troops continues, but the Allied death toll is rising rapidly. Now it remains to be seen if Allied forces will be able to weather this onslaught intact. Reacting to this latest assault, Allied diplomats led the United Nations in a 281-7 vote that, in approving a unique military funding initiative aimed at increasing global Allied support. This proposal calls for the formation of a global defense agency to be temporarily established in an as yet unnamed European capital. Indeed, in control of the capital as well as much of the outlying...
Sounds bad, does it not? Well, it is. But Stalin has just written his obituary. At last, this will help us galvanize the rest of the world against him. Yes, we have lost Greece. But we are not out just yet. Stalin may think so. But if we can continue to counsel the talents of commanders like yourself, we will come through this war on top. My old friend... One of Tanya's men. She found something. But Russian security agents have captured her. They will almost certainly take her back to Moscow. We must get her back. She has vital information on the Iron Curtain project. That information could help tip the scales in our favor. Let him clear his head. In this state, he is of no use to us. The Soviets currently hold Tanya near Grodno. The prison is well guarded, but a supply truck from a nearby Soviet base runs through the facility several times a day. If your spies can infiltrate the War Factory, they may be able to hitch a ride into the prison compound. Once you have found Tanya, get her out of there any way you can.
Oh. Ooh. Oh. Such a pretty face. Where is Professor Einstein? I was hoping you'd say that. I'm afraid the effects are quite permanent.
Reinforcements have arrived. Timer started.
Commander, for king and country. For king and country. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. Indeed.
Building infiltrated. Building infiltrated.
That's all you got?
Tanya freed.
Yes, sir. Let's rock. Chew on them. Cha-ching. Chew on them. Let's rock. I'm there. Let's rock. Let's rock. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Chew on this. Let's rock. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Let's rock.
Reinforcements have arrived. Reinforcements have arrived. Allied reinforcements have arrived from the south.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle report acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Vehicle report acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Ready and agreed. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Reporting. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Vehicle. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Engineering. Affirmative.
New construction options.
Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative.
New construction
Yes.
options.
Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes. Affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. On hold.
Yes, sir.
Fencing.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
Building. Building. Repairing.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit prepared. Repairing. Insufficient funds. Unit prepared.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. New construction options. Unit prepared.
Yes, sir.
Prepared.
Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit repaired. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. On hold. Cancel. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. 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 Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Building. Building.
Vehicle
Construction
reporting.
complete. Building.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Awaiting order. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready. Our base
Yes, sir.
is under attack.
Acknowledged.
Prepare.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete.
Affirmative.
Prepare.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Prepare.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
ready.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Prepare.
Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Waiting affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Prepare.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Preparing.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit repaired.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Preparing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
prepared.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Preparing.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit prepared. Preparing.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit prepared. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Repairing. Unit repaired.
Yes, sir.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit repaired.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting affirmative.
Preparing. Building. Unit prepared. Preparing.
Reporting.
Unit prepared.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Awaiting orders. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting
Insufficient
order. Acknowledged.
funds.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Reporting.
The base is under attack. Repairing. Repairing.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building. Repairing.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
prepared. Building.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting order.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Building. Our base
Yes,
is
sir.
under attack.
Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle
Unit
reporting.
ready.
Affirmative. Reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Reporting at once. Yes, sir.
Building. Repairing.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Construction complete.
Awaiting orders.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Prepared. Unit prepared.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Mission accomplished.
So very pretty, but oh so stubborn.